Okay, so student, we are going to start the free fall, which is the part of our chapter called gravitation. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about what is free fall actually. Okay, so free fall is nothing but the fall of an object due to the influence of gravitational force only. Okay, suppose we have any object. Okay, suppose this is the surface of earth, and here we have a tall building. Okay, and if you are throwing any object from here, okay, so it will fall towards the earth surface. It is due to the influence of gravity, is it or not?
Yes, sir.
But air particles are also present here, they are going to oppose that flow or like fall of an object. Okay, that means opposing force is acting by the particles here. Opposing force is also acting. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So that means the object is falling from here to here, but here two forces are working. One is called gravity, which is attracting that object toward the center, and other force which is opposing the fall of an object. Okay. So object will fall automatically on the surface only, but here two forces are working. One is called gravity and other one is called the opposing force acted by the particles. Is it? That means it is not going to be the free fall. But suppose if we are applying that same activity inside the vacuum. Okay, suppose here we have the earth surface, here we have created the vacuum chamber. Okay, and then we are releasing an object here. So here only gravitational force will work here. Gravitational force will work here. Is it or not? So
Yes.
such a fall of an object which is due to the influence of gravitational force only is called as free fall. Is called as what? Free fall. And free fall is possible only in vacuum. Okay. So in order to understand that, we will watch one video.
Sir, statement of free fall, sir.
हाँ बेटा.
Sir, statement, sir, of free fall.
Okay, okay. Let me write here definition for the free fall. The fall of an object. The fall of an object due to the influence of.
Sir, some noise is coming, sir, from I think that your side.
Yes, yes. My daughter, she is playing inside her voices.
Okay, okay, sir, no problem.
Okay. So the fall of an object due to the influence of gravitational force only. Gravitational force only is called as.
Sir, when we say that the lift, when it falls freely, right? Sir, so why does it fall freely?
Which one? Which fall?
Sir, lift. Sir, lift.
Lift means that which is like shifted person from the tall building.
Yes, sir, that one, sir. When we say lift falls down, it falls freely, sir. Won't it face air resistance that time?
Yes, air resistance is acting, but it is very low. That's why we
Okay.
used to say it is free fall. Suppose, let me show you video that will explain you everything. Wait a second.
So he concluded they weren't.
Okay, so we are discussing the mass and weight. Okay, so what is mass? Mass is the amount of matter present in an object is called as mass, and it is the scalar quantity because it have only magnitude, not the direction. That's why it is the scalar quantity. Now we will discuss about the weight. So weight is nothing but the gravitational force acting by the earth or any planet on an object is called as the weight. Okay, so what is weight? Weight is the force acting on an object due to the force acting on an
Also,
object.
when the object is going up in the sky, then the weight is negative, right? Because g is always
No,
negative in that
weight
case.
can't be negative, beta. Weight can't be negative. It can be zero.
No,
If
sir.
no,
Sir, like when we go up, we take g as negative, right? So in that case,
yes. The acceleration due to gravity, we are taking negative sign.
sir, so if
Because
you multiply it with mass, then we'll get the weight. So in that case, weight will also be negative.
no, weight can't be negative, beta.
Why, sir?
No, sir, that I understood, but mathematically it's negative, right?
Yes. Its magnitude we have to consider negative.
Sir, why, sir? Why it can't be negative?
Because suppose this is the Earth's surface and Priyanshu is shifting any object from here to here. Suppose I'm just taking example. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Earth is applying opposing force against you. Is it or not?
Yes.
Yeah, due to applying opposing force by the Earth, we are taking the acceleration due to gravity as negative. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So weight is the force acting on an object by the planet is called as weight. Okay, and mass is
Okay.
a constant, beta. Mass is always constant, but weight is like changing place to place, and it always work toward the center of Earth. That's why it is vector quantity. Weight, because the force is working always toward the center of Earth. That force is called gravitational force. Gravitational force. Okay, and that force is working always toward the center of Earth or center of planet. That's why its direction is fixed, and which is toward the center of the object or the planet. That's why it is the vector quantity. So weight is vector quantity. And weight may change place to place. Weight may change place to place. Okay, and on depth and height also. Okay, so this is all about the mass.
So in case the radius or the center of it, then it might be the highest, right? How can you?
Suppose if any object is placed at the center, okay, so the gravitational force is working from all the possible direction, from in this side, again from in this side, like this. If working on opposite, like upward side, then again gravitational force is working from the downside. Okay, means if object is at the center, then from all the possible direction, equal and opposite force is going to apply on that. That's why the resultant force is zero. It is maximum. I do understand, I do agree with that. But equal and opposite force acting on all the possible direction. So the equal and opposite force will cancel each other. So at the center of Earth or any planet, no gravitational force will going to work there. Okay, so the gravity at the center of Earth will be zero. Okay, Hania, understood, beta?
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because from all the possible direction, equal and opposite force will work. That's why the resultant force at the center of any planet will be 0.
So then where will it be the highest?
Wait a second.
Certain clothes.
Yes. See, Earth is not the perfect spherical shape. Earth is not the perfect spherical
Sir,
shape.
it's oblique.
Hamida, yes, it is the oval in
Oblique.
shape like
Sir,
this.
it's a geoid.
Yes. Okay. So suppose this is the center. Okay. So just beside the center over here, the gravitational force will be maximum. The weight on that object will be maximum.
But the same thing will happen for this also, right, sir? All the
See,
directions, yeah. All the directions of
Sir, in
force.
exam, sir, thrust and pressure, and sir, this pressure and fluids are all are cancelled, sir.
no,
For
no.
CBSE.
See, the force will work from this direction and from this direction also like this. But here the distance from the surface or not from the surface we will take from the center. I'm just zooming in more so that you will understand clearly. Okay. Suppose this is the center. Okay. And from this, it is hanging again. Okay. Okay. So suppose this is the center and suppose object over here. Then from here, equal and opposite force will work from all the side. That's why at the center, the resultant force will be 0. But if suppose object is placed over here, then force is going to apply from this direction only. Because it is working from the center only. Okay. So the force will work from this direction only. So if object is placed over here, then the maximum gravitational force will act here.
So, sir, in the starting example, you showed that from all directions it coming. Then
Yes.
why not in this case?
So in this case is also working, but here the distance from here to here is like very less. See, what is the formula for gravity? See, it is the G equals to
G into M.
yes, capital G into mass of Earth into mass of object divided by distance between them.
Distance.
Yes, square of distance between them. Okay. So at the center, that distance becomes 0. Is it?
Yes, sir. So
Yes.
the
So square of 0 will be
0, sir. But
yes,
anything divided to 0
is
is
infinite.
0.
Yes, sorry. It is going to be 0. That's
मेरे
why
पास
at the
नहीं
center
दिख
it is beta.
चल निकल.
Okay. But suppose if you are taking 1 meter distance from here, 1 meter distance only. I'm not taking a much. I'm taking only 1 meter. So after we'll take 1 meter, then that d will become 1. So 1 square will be 1 only. So the total that gravity, the acceleration due to gravity depend on that it is a constant mass of Earth and mass of object only. So their product will be maximum at distance 1 meter. Is it or not?
So if the mass of the body is negligible, then sir, how can?
So mass of Earth is going to exist there, na? Mass of Earth is there. So it is totally depend on the mass of Earth. Then, okay, because distance is 1 meter, I'm just taking distance only 1 meter, then the value of G will be maximum. Because if we are taking more, like 1.5, so 1.5 again going to be like 2.25. So again, if we will divide, that value will become less. So the value of G will be maximum when that distance equals to 1 meter. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so this is all about the acceleration due to gravity. So, and mass of the difference between mass and the weight.
Sir, thrust and pressure, and sir, this all sir is not coming, sir. It's
is
coming, sir, till sir, mass and weight, sir.
Sir, it's coming, sir. For me, it's coming, sir.
So I have a separate chapter for pressure.
Okay. Okay. So what about the mass of an object and weight of an object on Earth and Moon? So let's discuss
So
that.
the 1/6 of Earth, Moon equals.
Yes. Mass will remain constant. Mass will remain constant throughout the universe. Okay. But the weight is depend on planet to planet, place to place, and height and on depth. Okay. So the gravitational force of Earth or acceleration due to gravity of Earth is equals to 6 times of acceleration due to gravity of Moon. Okay. So can we say that acceleration due to gravity of Moon is equals to 1/6 of the acceleration due to gravity of Earth? Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Is it? Yes. So suppose if your weight, if suppose your weight on Earth is 60, then on Moon it is going to be 10 only.
10.
Yes. If you will apply the high jump, okay, so the same force, suppose if you are applying a high jump, you are jumping, suppose this is the height of 1 meter, and you are running and applying force on that Earth and you are jumping, then suppose you are jumping high jump of 1 meter. If same force is applied on Moon, then you will jump about 6 times higher.
1/6.
6 times higher on Moon.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just do remember the acceleration due to gravity on Moon is 1/6 of the acceleration due to gravity of Earth. That's all. Okay. So I have shared these notes on your WhatsApp group. So just go through it. Okay. Now we will discuss about the thrust and pressure. So what is thrust? Thrust
Thrust
is
is a force.
Force applied on a
acting on an
applied on
object
the
perpendicular
surface.
to the surface is called as the thrust. Okay. And what is pressure? Pressure is the force acting on unit area of the
Per
surface.
unit area.
Yes, is called as the pressure. Therefore, pressure equals to what? It is thrust divided by area. Okay. So pressure equals to thrust divided by area. Okay. So the SI unit of thrust is Newton. See, the thrust is nothing but the force, and force has unit Newton. And area, if you are considering the distance in meter, then it is meter square. Okay. So it will be Newton per meter square or Newton meter square inverse, like this. Okay. So this is going to be the SI unit of the pressure.
So Pascal, right?
Yes, it is Newton per. See, what happens generally? We use different unit. Okay, like for temperature we are using Kelvin, degree Celsius, Fahrenheit. Likewise for pressure also we have different unit. So it is Newton per meter square, or it is equals to the Pascal. Okay.
Yes,
We
sir.
have another unit called atmospheric pressure. Okay.
180.
Yes. We have mmHg also. Who's that? So now pressure in fluid. See, suppose you have, suppose this is the water reservoir. Okay, here water is filled over here. Suppose this is the lake. Suppose this is the lake. And Nihar wandering with the boat or yacht. Suppose this is the boat of Nihar. Okay. So if Nihar is sitting on that boat, okay, so what boat will do? Boat will displace whatever the volume of that boat have here, okay, that much of water is going to display by that boat. Is it or not? Is it?
Yes, sir. So I didn't get it.
Okay, wait a second. Suppose I'm submerging something. Suppose here we have the boat. So if we will place boat over here, so boat will going to apply the force on water. Is it? This is the boat. Okay, and this is the
Yes,
water.
sir.
Okay,
Okay.
and if you will place the boat on water, that boat is going to display water according to the volume occupied by the boat. Okay, is it or not?
Yes, sir. Got it.
That means boat is going to apply the force on water. That same amount of force also applied by water on the boat in opposite direction, because water molecule have tendency, okay, to fill the water, whatever it is, like unfilled area over there. So that water, that boat is displacing that water by applying force on the surface of water. Same time, water also applying force on that boat. That opposing force is nothing but the buoyant force, or it is also called as upthrust force. It is called as upthrust force. Which force? Which is applying by the water on the boat. Okay, is called as upthrust or buoyant force. Let's discuss first here. Fluid exerts pressure in all the direction. Yes, whatever the fluid. What is fluid?
But this
Anything
buoyant force is equal to the weight, is equal to the loss of weight of the object, right?
yes, it is a water displayed by the boat or any object. We'll discuss that over here. Wait a second. Okay, so what is fluid? Anything that can flow is called as beta fluid. Anything that can flow is called as fluid. Okay, so pressure exerted on the fluid is transmitted equally in all the direction. Okay, suppose if you place a boat over here and some weight, like if suppose some person is sitting over here, so due to its weight of the boat and that person, that much of water is going to displayed by that boat. Okay, it is due to the force applying by the boat and person on the surface of water. Same force is also going to apply by the water on the boat. That opposing force is called as beta buoyant force. Okay, and that phenomenon is called as buoyancy, and due to buoyancy we can swim, the boat can swim on the surface of water. It is due to the buoyancy only. Okay, so here we have that example that we were discussing. When an object is immersed in the fluid, it experiences the upward force called buoyant force. Why? Because water particles or any fluid particles will going to apply the opposing force on that object. Okay, that opposing force is called as buoyant force. This property is called as buoyancy or upthrust. Okay, that phenomenon is called as buoyancy or the upthrust, and due to upthrust, cruise, yacht, ships, they can flow easily on water. Okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whose voice is that? Priyanshu?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's wrong with your voice? Priyanshu? Okay, okay.
Sir, I don't know, sir. I was a cough and flu, sir. I was cough so very much, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay. So, like, we have one important point. Why object float or sink when placed on the surface of water? Okay. So, for that, you have to like apply or go through some activity. Suppose we have the tub over here and we have filled with the water. And suppose you are like putting some metal object over here, so it is going to sink, is it or not? But if you will same amount of mass of matter, you had to convert it in the form of boat. Okay, means you are increasing the surface area. Mass will be the same, but you are increasing the surface area. So due to increase in surface area, more water is going to display by that object. Is it? Everyone, do
Yes.
reply. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So if more water will displace, more buoyant force will act on that object. Okay. So if the force acting by the object is higher than the force acting by the water, if it is possible, then the object will sink. Or if the buoyant force is higher and the force applying by the object is less, then that object will float on the surface. Okay, these are the two things that you have to compare always: the force applied by the object and the buoyant force. Okay, so if buoyant force is higher than force applied by the object, then the object will float. Okay, if force applied by the object is higher than buoyant force, then it is going to sink. That two things you have to remember, that's all. If both forces are equal, if buoyant force is equals to the force applied by the object, okay, then it will submerge in water only. It is not going to sink and not going to float. It will submerge on the surface. Okay, everyone?
So
Yes,
sub
sir.
is basically like it's sinking, no? I didn't understand what's the difference.
Yes, sir.
Will you please repeat your question?
Sir, what I was asking is, what's the difference between sinking and submerging in this case?
Okay, sinking means it is going to settle down at the bottom.
So
Suppose,
one doubt.
see, suppose you are swimming. Okay, suppose you are swimming, that means the buoyant force and opposing force is going to balance there. If you are moving your hand and you are pushing water down, then you are like applying more force on the water in order to like swim. That time you are going to float. Suppose we are taking the boat over here. Suppose here again same example I am taking. Here we have the water. Suppose here we have the iron ball. Okay, it is going to sink at the bottom. It is sinking. Okay, if suppose you are making a boat of that same meter, same mass, but surface area is quite less, so it will sink, it will float, or no, it is going to submerge only like this. Okay, up to here. And if you are increasing more surface area like this, so it is going to float like this above the surface. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here.
Sir, so suppose an object, when when the object goes into the water, it gains a bit of mass due to some reason. Will the buoyancy of the object be affected?
See, whatever the boat and cruises are being designed in order to transportation through water, their capacity depends on the buoyant force or the water displays going to display by that cruise or boat.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, so amount of water is going to display by the water will be, if mass will going to increase, then you are not like there is possibility to sink. You know that.
Sir, this why objects float or sink is related to the loss of weight, right? Loss of weight in the of
Yes,
object in
or
water.
yes, or the principle of the buoyant force and force applied by the object on the water.
So, sir, it doesn't depend on mass.
See, it is do not depend on mass. It depends on the surface area. If mass is higher and surface area is also higher, okay, then it is going to, suppose here that object we have taken, suppose it is of 5 kg beta, 5 kg, okay, and that boat is also made up of the 5 kg of the same matter, 5 kg only. But it here we have the higher large surface area, and here we have very small surface area. So do that object is sinking and that object is floating. So is there any relation or dependency on the mass? No. It depends on the amount of water is being displaced by the surface area only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so let's go through that all the points over here. Take some water in a beaker, take a piece of cork and the iron nails of the same mass. Okay, place them on water, the cork floats and the nails sink. So here mass is not related over here, is it or not? It depends on their surface area. The wooden have the very large surface area as compared to the iron nails. Hania, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If the density, it depends on density also. If the density of an object is less than the density of the liquid, then it is going to float, okay, on the liquid. And if the density of the object is more than the density of liquid, then it is going to sink. Okay, the density is nothing but the surface area. If surface area is higher, density is less. If surface area is very less, then density is very high. Is it or not? Everyone do reply.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now here we have the Archimedes principle. Okay, Archimedes principle states that when the body is partially or fully immersed in a fluid, it experiences the upward force that is equals to the weight of the fluid displaced by it. See, whatever the fluid or liquid it is displayed by the boat, that much of buoyant force is going to work on that object. This is the Archimedes principle, beta. Nihar. Nihar? Nihar, you there? Prashan? Hania? Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Then Nihar is not replying.
Yes, sir. He is in the mute.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now-
I'm there, sir.
Okay. So just do remember that the amount of water is going to displayed by the object, that much of buoyant force is going to apply on that object. So in order to display more water or more fluid, we can increase the surface area. Okay, that's all. Okay, now we have last point is the relative density. The relative density of the substance is that the ratio of the density of the substance to the density of water. Okay, any substance, if we will compare their density with water, then their ratio is called as relative density. Okay, so it is the ratio of similar quantities and has no unit, because their densities, if suppose density have any density have the unit, so and we are taking the ratio there, is it or not ratio? So densities unit is going to cancel with each other, is it? Mass divided by volume. What is mass divided by volume? Mass
Yes,
is,
sir.
yes, mass is in kg and volume is in cubic meter. So kg per cubic meter, they are going to cancel with each other. That's why relative density have no unit. Okay, it is just the ratio of density of substance to the water only. Is called as relative density. That's all. So this is the end of the chapter. So today just go through the notes, and if you are getting any kind of doubt, we will discuss that in next class. Okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
I think whatever we have in notes, we discussed more than that. Okay. So by next lecture, which chapter we are going to start?